Hi, it's been a long while since I've done a video, and the reason for that is weddings. Since where are we now? March, April. It's been flat out with weddings, so just haven't had time to do a YouTube video. But I'm sitting here and editing last week's wedding, and I've just got to do a video. I've got to tell people about this. What I'm going to tell you about is the Nikon ZF. And here's the thing. Back in March, I bought a Leica M10 because I finally felt that I'd got to a point with my photography where I was worthy, if you like, of a Leica. And I use it. I do use it at weddings. It's mainly for my personal sort of projects, but I do use it for maybe sort of 50 or 60 photos at a wedding. I got the ZF, where are we now? Probably 6-7 weeks ago, and have done about 8 weddings, I think, with it. It took me a little while, I have to admit, with all the dials and that kind of thing, and the very non-ergonomic sort of shape and the way it works. It took some getting used to. Now, this is my pretty much one and only camera I use at weddings. Okay, I've got the Z6 II, and I was debating when I got the ZF, should I upgrade from the Z6 II to the Z6 III? Saw stuff, videos, posts about the Z6 III, some about the focusing wasn't quite as good as they'd hoped it was. Not sure that's true, but certainly lots of posts about the noise in the photos, and nothing really that said, other than the focus, it was a lot better than the Z6 II. And wedding photographer, the Z6 II isn't perfect, but 96-7% of the time it's good enough. The ZF I was expecting to fill in that last 3%, and it certainly does. But here's the thing, the ZF with F-mount lenses, FTZ adapter, and that's all I use, 24, 35, 58 and 85 1.4 G lenses with this ZF give photos which are, I'm sorry to say, almost as good as the Leica, in that they've got absolutely gorgeous skin tones. I don't know what Nikon have done to the sensor in the ZF. I understood it was the same as the Z6 II, which is the same as the D780, 24 megapixels, backside illuminated, blah blah blah. But seriously, in the ZF, I don't know what they've done. Maybe it's the way it processes data from the sensor and writes it to the card. I don't know. But the images definitely look much more Leica-like than the Z6 II. Put the same lens on, take the same photo, and this really stands out. And the amazing thing is that in Lightroom, typically I've got about 10 or 12 presets, which when I'm editing the wedding photos, I would choose a preset to put on this particular photo, depending whether it's indoors, sunny, dark, whether it's got close-up of people in, and so on and so forth. What I find with the ZF is I've just got one preset, and I can just apply that, and it just gives, it looks like film. The colours are like the Leica, they're kind of soft but not washed out. The images are sharp. You zoom in 100% and okay, they're not as sharp as a Z mount 1.8 S lens. I don't want that anyway. I much prefer the character that I get from the F mount prime lenses. but they're absolutely plenty sharp enough, even wide open. But the colours and the whole character of the thing is just stunning. I'm not making much sense. This wasn't a well thought out video, but I just got to say, this thing is, it's just gobsmacking. I've never been, even when I got the Leica, I loved it. It feels lovely. It looks lovely. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of work. And when I started taking photos with it, I loved the photos, and I thought, yes, that's what I want for my wedding photography. But I'm sorry, I'm just not good enough at manual focusing and getting the exposure perfect and all that stuff at a wedding to be able to use it effectively as a main camera. I just can't do it. But this has stepped in, and this does. The AF is absolutely brilliant. Literally, almost literally, doesn't miss a shot. Manual focusing is absurdly easy. I now shoot actually mostly in black and white. It's got the black and white switch here. It's RAW files, so obviously it still has got all the colour information. And here's something new as well. When I do that with the Z6 II, if I put this in the black and white profile on the camera, which I've done in the past, so I know this works, when you import it into Lightroom, it for a few moments shows up in Lightroom as a black and white photo, and then Lightroom instantly converts it, because it's a RAW file, converts it to a colour photo. And the amount of presets you've got, black and white presets in the Z6 II is very limited. This has got presets in which, first of all, as JPEGs, look absolutely gorgeous in black and white. And when it imports that into Lightroom, it hangs on to that profile. It's still black and white in Lightroom. I could show you some, but you probably can't see it anyway. So you get a black and white RAW file that looks like a JPEG. It's got all the, it seems to have all the adjustments. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what they've done differently. I don't understand. I'm not hugely techie. All I know is that if you're manually focusing using black and white with the eye detection, the face and eye detect, and the zoom in button, I've just programmed the record button to zoom in. It is so easy compared to this, which is yeah, so difficult. You know, the rangefinder, viewfinder, manually focusing and trying to see through this little hole on something maybe 10 or 15 feet away and getting the focus absolutely spot on. With this, it's easy. Get it roughly right, which you can do very quickly. Zoom in, fine tune, shoot. End of story. And it's focuses, you know, it moves directly into the eye. No messing about recomposing or anything like that. I'm waffling, but it's crazy how I see very little hype about the ZF. Other than, oh, it's a great retro camera, it's nostalgic and blah blah blah. It's actually a bloody good camera. It really is. I've got the newer is it? I forget now. Grip on it, which you do need if you're going to shoot one-handed, which I do quite a lot, because it's got a flip-out screen, which a lot of people don't like. But I can promise you, for shooting up high, for shooting down low, for shooting portraits low down or high up, it's absolutely perfect. So lots of one-handed shooting, which I never used to do before, and an awful lot of not shooting through the viewfinder. 98% of my photos in the past used to be like that. Now I would say probably 50% are using the viewfinder, because I can get into awkward places, I can get around the corner and get much more interesting angles. I must confess, I don't use anything much other than aperture priority, except when we're onto flash, and then we just pop it onto manual, and then yeah, the dials come in really handy. It really works well. So sorry, it's been a very disjointed, unplanned, waffling video, but I hope it's come across that I love this camera. And if you're considering Z6 III or ZF, upgrading from the Z6 II or going to a Z8, do please think about this one, because if for nothing else, the image quality, I can't say what happens when you put a Z mount lens on it, but image quality with F mount adapted prime lenses, absolutely brilliant. Thank you for sticking with me for this 5-minute waffle, and thanks for watching. Cheers for now.